All right. What's up, y'all? So look, let's get right into it. So Shiraz comes out here and knocks out Berlanga, right? He knocked him down a total of 3 times. Of course, the third time they stopped the fight, and rightfully so. Shiraz had him in very bad shape. Um, does this come as a surprise to us? I don't think so, right? I think we all knew that Berlanga was like a C-level fighter. I don't think nobody really thought that Berlanga was this top-notch opponent or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And Berlanga went into this thing super, super cocky, talking mad shit. His greatest accomplishment was losing every single round to Canelo, right? He came out here and he threw a parade because he lost every single round to Canelo. And in his eyes, that was a huge accomplishment, which just goes to show you that what kind of a fighter he thinks that he is, right? He's not one of these fighters that could come out here and actually beat a Canelo. He's happy with just going the distance with somebody like Canelo. You know what I'm saying? So why Canelo even chose this guy to give him a shot at the titles, I guess he thought he was worthy or whatever. But, this, like I said, bro, this was pretty much no surprise to us real boxing fans. Shiraz looked good, bro. Shiraz got some decent size on him. He's pretty tall and shit. I wonder if people are going to say that Shiraz is a weight bully at 168, right? Because he's super tall. I wonder if people are going to come out here and say that he's too big for the weight division. Because, of course, this is what they say for Benavidez. And I think Shiraz is taller than Benavidez. But we'll wait to see. How that shit plays out, right? So, like I said, no surprise. So now a lot of things are happening, bro. There's a lot of talks after Berlanga got knocked out. And it's funny because this is another thing that people, I think, miss, right? But it just goes to show you something about Berlanga. Berlanga has a signature move when he gets knocked out, right? When he gets knocked down. Have you guys ever noticed this shit? This is how much Berlanga is used to getting knocked down, that he actually has a signature move, right? Every time he gets knocked down, he fucking hits he bumps his fist together and shit. He's used to this type of shit, bro. That shit just goes to show you how much Edgar Berlanga is used to getting knocked down and what kind of a fighter he really is. Every time he gets knocked down, he does his signature fist bump. And I don't know if he's just trying to hype himself up, but you got to look into the mentality of these guys, right? For you to get knocked down and then you already automatically know what you're going to do and bump your fist, right? It's like a signature move for getting knocked down in the sport of boxing, which, once again, right, people miss this type of shit, but it just goes to show you what kind of a fighter Edgar Berlanga is. Now, let's move on and let's talk about this shit, because now I'm seeing that, a lot of people are saying that, Shiraz knocked down, he knocked out Edgar Berlanga. What was it, for the 4th or 5th round? And Canelo couldn't do so, right? Shiraz stopped Edgar Berlanga, but Canelo couldn't do so. So Shiraz might be better than Canelo, or Shiraz and Canelo up next. And guess what? That fight is going to happen. I guarantee you, bro. Shiraz and Canelo is up next. But look, let me tell you guys something, man. You guys know me, bro. I've always gave Canelo respect as a fighter, but I don't like the way Canelo moves. I don't like what he stands for. He's a fake champion in my eyes. I speak the truth and I keep it real. And I always try to speak my mind, bro. I always try to give you guys my honest opinion. And I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion, right? Like I said, personally, I don't like what Canelo stands for, but I do respect him as a fighter. And for all the people that are out here saying that Shiraz can beat Canelo, you guys are tripping, bro. Shiraz ain't fucking with Canelo. He's pretty tall. I could see him giving Canelo some kind of problems with that height that he has and that reach, but he ain't fucking with Canelo, bro. He is not on Canelo's level, man. And like I said, bro, this fight is probably going to happen because Turkey already came out and tweeted about that shit. And I could see Canelo taking on a fight like this because he knows that Shiraz is levels below him. In the sport of boxing, bro, styles make fights, man. The fact that Shiraz knocked out Edgar Berlanga, let me tell you guys why that shit happened, right? When Berlanga fought Canelo, he was already mentally defeated, man. You know what I'm saying? Berlanga went into that Canelo fight thinking like, man, if I just last all 12 rounds, that's a win for me, obviously, right? Because he threw a damn fucking parade to celebrate his win, right? So he was already mentally defeated against somebody like Canelo, so he was playing it smart, not smart. He was playing it safe. He was playing it safe. He wasn't trying to engage with Canelo, right? He saw Canelo as a big threat, as a lot of danger, so he was just playing it smart. And he was just fighting to survive. That's what I'm trying to say. And this is why Canelo did not stop Berlanga. Now, Berlanga versus Shiraz, bro, he didn't look at Shiraz with the same respect or the same danger that he looked at Canelo with. So he went in there and he was engaging with him, bro. He probably thought that he was the bigger puncher. He probably thought that he was the better boxer, fighter, all of that. And he stood in the pocket and traded with Shiraz, and this is why he got knocked out against Shiraz and not against Canelo. If he would have been in there trading against Canelo, he would have got knocked out against Canelo too, man. So this is why you guys got to look at all this shit, and it's very true that styles make fights, man. And this is why, you know, Shiraz and Berlanga, Berlanga stayed in the pocket, and this is why he got knocked out. But it does not mean that Shiraz is a better fighter than Canelo, or that Shiraz will beat Canelo, man. Honestly, in my personal opinion, I think Canelo is levels above Shiraz, man. Now, don't get me wrong, Shiraz is looking good, bro, and he has a lot of promise in his career if he does things right, man. See, this is what I keep telling y'all, bro, and I've told y'all this shit in my last fucking videos. All of these guys that sell out to Canelo, they got to be careful, man, because they sell out to Canelo for the payday, but they're not ready. They're not ready for that moment, bro. They're not ready to jump up those type of levels to take on Canelo. They need to slowly build themselves, and then when they think that they are ready, bro, go for that title fight. But not just sell out to Canelo for that payday when they know damn well that they're not ready, bro. All of these guys like Jaime Munguia, Edgar Berlanga, Skull, right? I told y'all, and it seems to be like a Canelo curse, or a Canelo payday sellout curse. That's what I'm going to call that shit. Because, yes, all of these guys sell out for that fucking payday, but what happens to their careers? Look at Jaime Munguia, man. He got knocked out. He got knocked out after fighting Canelo, right? He came back, tested positive and shit. His career is pretty much over, man. Who's going to want to watch Jaime Munguia after all that shit? Nobody. Look at Edgar Berlanga. He fought Canelo, got the payday, and what's going on with him now? He just got knocked out. He's out the picture. Who the fuck is going to want to watch Edgar Berlanga? If anybody tunes in to watch an Edgar Berlanga fight, they're just going to be tuning in to watch him get knocked out again. William Skull. He pretty much got banned from Saudi Arabia and fucking, I don't know, from any Ring magazine event, from any Turkey event, right? Because Turkey flat out said, I don't ever want to see this guy in the ring again. So he sold out for the payday and his career tanked. So this is why I'm telling y'all, Shiraz should not sell out for the Canelo payday, man. He should continue to build. He should continue to climb the steps slowly until he thinks that he is ready, bro. He needs to get a lot more experience before taking on a fight with Canelo. But if he comes out here and takes on a fight with Canelo like his next fight or the next two fights, he pretty much sold out for the payday, and I don't think it's going to go good for him. But if he decides to wait and, you know, build himself the right way and then get himself, you know, prepared well for a fight against Canelo, I think he could do something decent against Canelo, you know. Will he win? I don't know. We'd have to see at that moment how he's looking and all that shit. But you know, right now, I don't think he stands a chance against Canelo, bro. And if he takes on a fight with Canelo next, he pretty much just sold out. So this is just a lot of things that people got to think about, man. And this is why me, when these fighters, they jump the line, right? All of these guys jump the line before, you know, the real fighter there, it should have been David Benavidez. He was the one that rightfully deserved the shot. He was the one that was built up right to compete against Canelo. But all of these fucking guys, they jump the line, right, just for the payday, and they have no problem jumping the line for the payday. This is what the fuck happens to their career, bro, and I'm happy. I'm glad that this shit happened to their fucking career, because even though it sounds kind of fucked up, these guys should have thought about all this shit before stepping on other people's toes, like David Benavidez, right? They jumped the line knowing damn well that David Benavidez deserved that shot, and this is what happened to their damn career, you know? So at the end of the day, this is just a lot of shit for y'all to think about. But, you know, for all the people that are saying that, oh, Shiraz took out Berlanga and Canelo couldn't, come on, man. This is boxing, bro, you know. And this is pretty much, you know, I just gave y'all my little breakdown of why that shit happened. You know, Shakur Stevenson and Cepeda, I'll make another video. I'll make another video for that shit, right? But for now, you know, I'll leave you guys with that shit to think about. You know, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, and that's it for me. You know, I'll be on to the next one. I'm out.